Interrelations. Increase in repo rate when inflation is high. Decrease in repo rate when inflation is low. Increase in reverse repo rate when inflation is high. Decrease in reverse repo rate when inflation is low. Increase in CRR when inflation is very high and need extreme measures to control it. Decrease in CRR when inflation is very low and needs extreme measures to bring it to healthy levels. Bond yield increase as bond price falls. Bond price rises when interest rates falls. Increases in taxes leads to lower aggregate demand and inflation. Decrease in taxes lead to higher aggregate demand and inflation. Increase in government spending leads to higher aggregate demand and inflation. Decrease in government spending leads to lower aggregate demand and inflation. Increase in government spending leads to crowding out effect. Decrease in government spending leads to crowding in effect. Increase in inflation leads to lower disposable income. Increase in inflation leads to higher tax collection, is correlated with reduced unemployment, real debt level falls, competitiveness in external market suffers, and consequence of depreciation. Increased fiscal deficit indicates increased borrowing may lead to higher inflation correlated with higher interest rate and lower sovereign ratings of the country. Increased external debt leads to loss of sovereignty. Increased overall debt leads to higher interest burden for future. Increased share of indirect tax among tax revenue, indicative of regressive tax regime. Increased share of direct taxes among tax revenue, indicative of progressive tax regime. Rupee depreciation, exports increases as the good price is less. Essential imports will reduce. More FFI, remittance will increase. Debt servicing would be costly. Fiscal deficit increase. Inflation increases. Rupee appreciation, booming economy, huge FII, less cost of import, export suffers, manager inflation, brings in competition. Current account deficit, net outflow of foreign currency, depletion of forex reserve. Large fiscal deficit, macroeconomic instability, increase in debt, increase in interest payment, BOP crisis, and downgrading rating. Money multiplier increase as banking habit of citizen improves. Pillar 1, Money, Banking and FI. Barter system, limit trade not possible without double coincidence of want. Search cost increase. Perishable commodity loss of value. Money system encourages specialization, division of work, since all getting money in return. So money invented. Money, physical or digital, coin or note that can measure value. Labor capital land, divisible and fungible, medium of exchange and transaction. फर्स्ट फंक्शन है ये. सेकंड, स्टोर ऑफ वैल्यू, वर्क वर्क वैल्यू मनी, स्टोर बैंक. वर्क वैल्यू मनी, स्टोर बैंक. ट्रांसफर ऑफ वैल्यू, STD, वर्क एज अ स्टैंडर्ड deferred पेमेंट्स, इंस्टॉलमेंट्स, STD. सेकंड फंक्शन STD हो गया. Helps in mobilizing factor of production, land, labor, capital. Basis of credit system, financial market. Money helps in circular flow of money, investment. Helps in redistribution of national income, additional creation because tax collection in money. Contingent function. Types of money. First, commodity money has intrinsic value. Example, Ester and cocoa beans, Mexico. Challenges, perishable, nash pry, discourage division of labor, no value for outsider, interest trade, internal trade, no value for outsider, internal trade, issues of uniformity or purity, mint metallic money. Second, metallic money has intrinsic value. Benefits, price stable, production low, hyperinflation not possible, limit to mint scarcity of GOI. Intrinsic value, non perishable, divisible, fungible, foreign trade possible, globally recognized metals. Debasement, अकबर का 20 ग्राम वर्सेस औरंगजेब का 13 ग्राम. Skimming, coins with less quantity of metal, not demonetization. Full bodied coins, intrinsic value is more than face value. Hoarding, example Indian coin, razor. इंडियन कॉइन से जब रेजर बनाया जाता था. टोकन कॉइन, प्राथमिकता. इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू लेस और इक्वल टू फेस वैल्यू. कॉपर निकल अलॉय, लेस अट्रैक्टिव फॉर स्मगलर. चैलेंजेस ऑफ मेटेलिक मनी. शॉर्टेज ऑफ मनी. Challenges of metallic money, bulky to transport, guilds issue, so merchant guild issue. Paper receipts, fiduciary money. Also known as fiduciary money, paper money. Legally binding, Indian Fiat Money, Coinage Act 1906, Amend 2011, coins up to 1000 rupees. RBI Act 1934, notes. Indian Fiat Money, 1 rupees note by government, signed by Financial Secretary. Condition first, Fiat Money के लिए must be physical or digital that can measure value. ATM कार्ड चेक नहीं होगा इसमें इंस्ट्रूमेंट. सेकेंड कंडीशन मस्ट बी इशूड बाय किंग और क्वीन, गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल बैंक एक्सेट्रा. 2018 PYQ. Legal tender. Legal lender can't refuse to accept in that country. Under RBI Act, Indian coins are limited legal tender. Foreign currency is not legal tender. Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador. Exception है. Do not confuse bet money versus instrument. Do not confuse between money versus instrument. Commemorative coins. Fiat money, not legal tender unless notified. Features of banknotes. I promise to pay bearer the sum of rupees 2000. Token coins or notes of equal face value 500 into 4, 1000 into 2 or 100 into 20. Purchasing power worth value printing of note value of note on note. Inflation adjusted returns. Return with interest rates. Zero interest, it is bond or promissory note. It is anonymous bearer bond. Unlike LIC. Demonetization, withdrawing notes from circulation, specified banknotes, cessation of liability act 2017. Redenomination, Iran. 10,000 Iranian fine equal to 1 Oman. Issuing new currency for administration is carry or count. Only benefit is transactional ease. Soil rate, the rate at which rates are considered to be too damaged to use and have been returned to central bank. Helps to find black money. Rupees 500 and rupees 1000 soil rate was less, so can be stored as black money. डिमोनेटाइजेशन 500 और 1000 का हुआ था. रीडोमिनाइजेशन भी देख लिया है ईरान में. बैंक नोट और डिपॉजिट मनी. पेपर ऑर्डर. बैंक मनी में पेपर ऑर्डर, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ऑर्डर्स, कार्ड. डिपॉजिट मनी में चेक, नेफ्ट, आरटीजीएस और एप्लीकेशन. नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट एक्ट 1881. रिपन. दिस एक्ट was enacted to encourage check uses, punish dishonor and forgery. Recipient pay. Drawer sender. Check. Pay recipient. Draw to bank. State check. Not withdrawn in 3 months. Post dated 1 Jan 2025. What is meaning of check crossed? Pays account only. Antedated. Past dated. Check. For automated clearing system MICR 1980s. Magnetic ink chart character recognition. Iron oxide is used. Check clearance system 1980s MICR with use of iron oxide in numbering. OCR optical character recognition. CTS current. Check transaction system by NPCI. CTS in news. Positive pay mechanism in CTS RBI order 2021. X access check to Y. एक्सेस चेक टू SBI. यहाँ CTS और NPCI से एक्सेस में एक्सेस करेगा ट्रांसफर मनी टू SBI. SBI मनी ट्रांसफर करेगा Y को. X टेक फोटो एंड सबमिट एक्सेस बैंक. एक्सेस चेक. चेक में बी डिसऑनर्ड और बाउंस. इनसफिशिएंट बैलेंस अगर है. But demand draft can't be dishonored. Overdraft can withdraw rupee from bank's account as loan even if you have insufficient balance. Repay with interest. Example PMJDY. Rupees 10,000 overdraft. Core banking solution. Software with web platform. Network of bank branches which allows customer to manage their account and use banking facilities from any part of the world. CBS. Bank 1, Bank 2 and Bank 3. Customer. RBI in Bankers Bank. RBI CBS. E-Kuber. RBI Bank 1, Bank 2, Bank 3. E-Kuber is used for repo loans, MSF loans, OMOs, PSLC trading, sovereign gold funds. E-Kuber only contains current accounts of banks. RBI is government banker. Arrange money for government. RBI control exchange rate. Bit 22. RBI, we will install CBS for Post Office Saving Bank also. Indian Post Payment Bank already have CBS. Payment system. RBI centralized payment system CPS and NPCI. तो RBI CPS पहले देखते हैं. उसमें नेफ्ट और RTGS है. नेफ्ट में जो है वहाँ स्मॉल वैल्यू मैक्सिमम 3 लाख 3 to 30 मिनट. Since 2019 no fees, zero tax. 24/7 any amount 10 lakh 30 minute 30 minute batches. RTGS larger value max 2000 crore. No fees. 24/7 minimum 2 lakh maximum 2000 crore. Instantly settled individually. NPCI में IMPS small value plus instant transfer. Non smartphone with USSD. 5 to 15 रुपए charges. 24/7 minimum 1 रुपए maximum 10 lakh mobile and 5 lakh IFSC. instantly settled, not in cycler like NEFT. Period payment instrument PPIs. Example PhonePe or Amazon Pay are members of NPCI's IMPS system. For becoming members of NEFT or RTGS of RBI planned for 2021. Win 22. Who can become direct member of RBI's NEFT or RTGS service? Banks, PPIs, PhonePe, Amazon Pay, etc. No need of bank account. Planned from 2021. NPCI, not for profit company, set up originally by 10 banks in 2008. Explicit objective, cost effective payment solution for banks. Indirectly helps in financial inclusion by making banking transaction cheaper and more assemble through Bheem or UPI, etc. Retail payment service offered by NPCI. CTS, check transaction system. ACPS, Aadhaar enabled payment system. Example, government transferring LPG subsidies, scholarship, Manrega wages, etc. NFS, National Financial Switch, connects ATM network of banks. Links all ATMs in India. NPCI. BBPS, Bharat Bill Payment System. Utility bills. Example, PhonePe. BBPS, Electricity Company, monthly. BBPS, UPMS, Unified Presentment Management System. NAHC, NACH, National Automated Clearing House, bulk monthly payment of utility bills, dividend, salaries, pensions, etc. Example, Ambani paying electricity bill of Geo offices. BBPS to automatically uh, ch- cut bill from salary or account. E-rupee for targeted person to use money for targeted purpose. Special code by NPCI. Private company can use. 2016 NPCI's Unified Payments Interface UPI application D using UPI technology. Money transfer using IMPS to make apps for money transfer, but money transfer using IMPS. Many other companies D their app using UPI, Yono, BOI, or etc. NPCI's own Bheem app, Bharat Interface for Money, NPCI's RuPay Payment Gateway System. 2021 reforms by RBI before and after. IMPS डेली मनी ट्रांसफ़र लिमिट पहले 2 लाख था, अब 5 लाख हो गया है. UPI बेस्ड एप्स ट्रांजेक्शन लिमिट फॉर पहले 2 लाख अब 5 लाख. ये पेमेंट एंड सेटलमेंट एक्ट 2009 क्या है देख लेना. QR code, quick response code, 2 dimensional type of matrix barcode by Japan 1996. Payment system operator PSO. Umbrella entity for retail payment NPCI. Card payment gateway operator Visa or RuPay. Cross border internal remittance Western Union MoneyGram. PPIs Amazon Pay, MobiKwik और PhonePe. Western Union MoneyGram इसमें ठीक है. PSOs have to get license from RBI before renew in 5 years after perpetual. Card types. Prepaid card. Pay money in advance and pay that much. Example, Amazon gift card rupees 1000. Debit card. Spending existing money from bank account. Credit card. Spend and pay afterwards. Within 30 days interest free. If late then interest. Hybrid card. Two series in one card. Debit card and credit card. IndusLand का. Card types depending on technologies. Magnetic 1960s data on magnetic strip. RBI stopped this from 1/1/2019 due to data duplication, cloning, etc. EMV Euro Pay, MasterCard, and Visa. Chip infrastructure with encryption. EVM contact card have to insert EVM contactless card. Simply tap to RFID terminal. कार्ड टोकनाइजेशन इसमें गाइडलाइन डिफॉल्ट एग्जांपल अमेजोन Amazon and Flipkart saves your card for future transaction. Next time only card CVV number. What if app is hacked? So card tokenization. Apps will store token number, fake number used instead of real card number. 2019 National Common Mobility Card NCMC. Urban Ministry NPCI and other organization. Three components. NCMC card used by bank can be debit, credit, prepaid, can be used for metro, bus, toll, etc. Seva car, auto fare collection system, स्वागत, स्वचालित और automated gate, स्वचालित. E-toll collection by FASTag 2017. Types of ATMs. Bank label ATMs. Bank itself owns and operates. Brown label ATMs. Bank own but work outsourced. Third, white label ATMs. Non-bank own and operate. Example Muthoot NBFC. RBI has on top license system for white label ATM. जब दिल करे अप्लाई करना. Micro ATM APS NPCI. Merchant discount rate MDR falls on merchant who will get this money. Sender bank, recipient bank, third gateway entity. Vision cycle. Customer POS adoptability कम है क्योंकि people are paying in cash. Why to adopt POS? POS adoptability कम होने की वजह से MDR ज़्यादा है. More rate for income since less number of POS machines. MDR ज़्यादा की वजह से POS adoption कम है क्योंकि affects profitability. IT returns. POS adoption की वजह से merchant demands cash, prefer cash. Solution. 2017 to 18 RBI ceiling on MDR debit card max 0.9%. RBI done this under Payment and Settlement Act 2007. 2018 Liquor Electronic Ministry for 2 years MDR subsidy if transaction up to 2000 rupees through debit card. 2019 budget no MDR on big firms. Annual turnover more than rupees 50 crore. RBI and banks will absorb this burden. 2022 budget subsidy resumed. ये MDR रिफॉर्म्स है. कैशलेस इकोनॉमी और डिजिटल इकोनॉमी. चार्म्स सिक्योर difficult to steal, time or convenience, financial inclusion even in rural area without bank branches. Challenges: digital divide, financial literacy, notion of security associated with holding currency, old people, fraud, card cloning, service fee on card payment. We should encourage but how? MDR को कम किया जाए. Encouraging cashless economy for ऐसे 2016 to 17 various committee to encourage digital payments. Ratanwala committee by financial minister. Demonetize. C Babu Naidu CM's committee on 2 p.m. Ratan wants Vartain earn cash nahi. Other attempts. HDR MIN वित्तीय साक्षरता अधिनियम. College student explains people. On UPI Bheem, Niti and NPCI launched lottery. Niti plus NPCI launched lottery cashback scheme for customers and merchants. Budgets 2017 selling cash transaction tax incentives to competition for using digital transaction reduced custom duties on ATM related devices. 2018 Electronic Ministry MDR subsidy will explore blockchain technology. 2019 Nandan Nilekani panel by RBI recommendations to government more awareness to Bheem UPI and its adoption extend MDR subsidy for another 2 years, give corporate tax incentive on using digital pay, reduce taxes on machines, government organization should not charge convenience fee, future mob may have NFC technology. 10 explore that and use. So explore that and use. NCMC National Common Mobility Card to all router. Ministry कौन सी है? Set up computer emergency report CRT for finance. Fine cert. To RBI. RBI should set up fund subsidy for installing POS machine. RBI Payment Infra Development Fund. NEFT or RTGS free. RBI should make index to monitor growth. Digital Payment Index. To NPCI. NPCI should offer Bheem UPI to other countries to facilitate remittance. Encourage local language cards. Encourage local language apps. Regulation over digital payment settlement. Banking reform. Narasimha to 1998. Payment and System Settlement Act 2007. RBI will supervise BPSS. All payment systems uh, provide provides have to register. BPSS Statutory Board for Regulation and Supervision of Payment and Settlement System. 2017 budget replaced BPSS with Payment Regulation Board, not made yet. RBI opposes this move of government. 2019 RBI Ombudsman Scheme for Digital Transactions. RBI under Payment and Settlement Scheme Act. 21 senior officers of RBI across India. Free complaints for matters up to 20 lakhs. Further court penalty clearing the complaint plus up to 1 lakh for mental agony or waste of time. Appellate Authority, Deputy Governor of RBI. Integrated Ombudsman Scheme. Earlier 3 separate bodies in RBI. Now integrated Ombudsman Scheme. One nation, one Ombudsman. Banking Ombudsman, NBFC Ombudsman and Digi Transaction Ombudsman. Blockchain and Bitcoins. Budget 2018. Not legal tenders in India. We will eliminate use of cryptocurrency in financing illegitimate activities, but we will use for blockchain technology, encouraging digital economy. Crypto dangerous, blockchain useful. Decentralized cryptocurrency Bitcoin by Satoshi Nakamoto is a no central authority like RBI to issue. How to obtain digital mining? Why is it bad? Waste of electricity, Iran. E-waste generation. Graphic card prices 2x minus 4x digit divide increase. Invention of quantum computers will lead to crashing of Bitcoin value as it can solve algorithm in seconds. Acts are not trackable. Terror financing and tax evasion. How to obtain digi mining, sell goods to miner, exchange with legal tender. Ponzi scheme, collective investment scheme, 25 दिन में पैसा डबल. Seller demands money from multiple investor buyers on promise of giving money after return on his investment. 9 to 11. Draft bill, banning of cryptocurrency and regulation of office digital currency bill 2019. Government stand, ban use all type of cryptocurrency issued by private operator. Non bailable offense, jail up to 10 years. RBI in 2018. RBI's stand, banks must stop association with any crypto company. Example, Unicoin. Companies petitioned in Supreme Court. Arguments, Enektvada philosophy, six blind mem and elephant. RBI's confusion, not banned in other countries, no law yet. Supreme Court, test of proportionality lifted the ban. Banned in China, blockchain technology. Why? Decentralized database that maintains a continuously growing list of records. If data is centralized server, Google Drive, hacking, natural disasters serves create problem. Blockchain technology, data stored in decentralized manner. So even if it is deleted from one computer, it stays in decentralized network. We can store any type of data. How can it help us? We can record all type of transaction records. Fast, economic, secure than existing system. ICICI and Yes Bank and other already implemented to database management. Data can't be deleted. New entries edited. No middleman. Crypto winter. Price falls almost 70% loss. World initiatives. World Bank. World's first blockchain bond called Bond Bondi for for less cost in server database management. Money is loaned to development project bond in Australian dollars. Investor gets 2% interest plus principal after 2 years. UNICEF Cryptocurrency Fund October 2019. First UN organization to accept donation in crypto. World Bank only using technology blockchain and donations was Australian dollar. WEF non-government think tank type organization published doc in 2020 blockchain bill of rights to accountability, transparency, data privacy, data protection, etc. Own cryptocurrencies of some countries. Marshall Islands, two legal tenders, dollar and sovereign crypto. Venezuela, Bolivar paper currency and Petro cryptocurrency. El Salvador, Central America, US dollar and Bitcoin cryptocurrency adopted as legal tender. Stablecoin, FB's cryptocurrency Libra. Zuckerberg promised a minimum stable value for Libra, so it is a stable coin. Cryptocurrency, volatile cryptocurrency Bitcoin, stablecoin Libra, Tether, Basecoin, True USD, etc. China, CBDC, central bank digital currency, sovereign digital fiat money, digital based money, benefit less cost of printing and transporting, less scope for counterfeiting, 2000 crore printing cost. 8,000 crore printing cost. Decrease the charm of Bitcoin mass hysteria. Increase traceability, decrease anonymity, federalism, increased quick transfer of money to states, programmable, digital command, digital currency for specific purpose, subsidy, etc. Demerits challenges, still presence of digital divide, low financial literacy, access points, not every village shopkeeper accept digital payment, internet access and quality, cyber security. Non-fungible tokens, NFT, fungibility. Two condition must meet simultaneously. Condition division possible. Condition 2 mutual substitution possible. Item condition 2 and fungible. Currency note 2000 rupees. कंडीशन 1 डिविजन पॉसिबल है 500 गुणे 4 हो सकता है. म्यूचुअल सब्सटीट्यूशन पॉसिबल है 2000 का 500 गुणे 4 हो सकता है. फंजिबल है मतलब. बिटकॉइन डिविजल है म्यूचुअल सब्सटीट्यूशन हो सकता है फंजिबल है. डायमंड 1 carat 0.2 gram, 100 CRT इक्वल टू 20 ग्राम. डिवीजन हो सकता है मगर म्यूचुअल सब्सटीट्यूशन नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज मोर साइज मोर द वैल्यू, तो फंजिबल नहीं है. शेयर और बॉन्ड्स नहीं हो सकता, फंजिबल नहीं है. गोल्ड बार दोनों हो सकता है, फंजिबल है. इमेज, मीम, सॉन्ग, डीजी फाइल हो सकता है, वो नहीं है, क्या कहते हैं, सब्सटीट्यूशन पॉसिबल नहीं है, तो फंजिबल नहीं है. नेफ्ट, एनएफटी इज क्रिप्टोग्राफिक टोकन that represents something unique, has an individual characteristic that sets it apart. Owning an NFT is like owning a one of a kind work of art or collectible antique. Charms, easier to trade digital assets for multimedia creators. Easier to verify ownership record. Cinema or travel tickets can be stored, help in paperless administration. Challenges: money laundering or terror financing, electricity consumption more due to maintenance of such computers. Cryptocurrency profit pay 30% tax and 1% TDS. Budget 2022. Cryptocurrency OECD CRF framework. Pillar 1A2 Monetary policy. The general theory of employment, interest, and money. John Maynard Keynes. Liquidity preference theory. Why do people prefer cash? अब वो हम यहाँ देखेंगे. Liquidity. How easily you can convert your asset into cash. It is a relative term. सापेक्ष. Cash is the most liquid asset. High liquid asset. Gold, GSEC, T-bills, shares, bonds of reputed company. Buyer easily available. Relative liquid assets. Home, real estate, painting, sculpture, etc. Difficult to find buyer. Why do people prefer cash? Transaction motive, medium of exchange. Every seller will not accept check, card, etc. Precautionary motive, sudden expenditure, perfectly liquid. Speculative motive, waiting for bonds, share to fall down the price and then buyer will use cash to buy it. TPS, स्पेकुलेटिव जो है आपका सट्टा हो गया, टीपीएस हो गया. टाइप्स ऑफ बैंक डिपॉजिट, ये आपका लिक्विडिटी डिक्रीज हो रही है यहाँ. फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट, फॉर फिक्स टर्म 6% विल गेट लेस मनी देन प्रॉमिस्ड ऑन अर्ली विड्रॉल. यू कैन प्लेज एफडी सर्टिफिकेट एज कोलेटरल टू बोरो लोन. सेविंग अकाउंट, less interest than fixed 2%. There could be withdrawal limits. Current account 0% interest rate, no penalties, no minimum balance required. Overdraft allowed to withdraw below zero balance as borrowing. Balance sheet, company statement of asset and liabilities. Company asset, company liabilities, workers wages, loans. Bank liability, deposits और loan आपका इनका assets है. Bank एसेट, लोन गिवन, लाइबिलिटी, डिपॉजिट में टाइम, फिक्स डिपॉजिट, रेकरिंग डिपॉजिट. डिमांड में करंट अकाउंट, सेविंग अकाउंट, डीडी और अनक्लेम्ड डिपॉजिट्स. डिमांड लाइबिलिटीज आर मोर लिक्विड. टाइम डिपॉजिट इज लेस देन डिमांड डिपॉजिट. वाई इंटरेस्ट इज हायर. Measures of money supply. Coin and currency with public plus demand deposit in banks, ASA. M1 narrow money, no time deposit, no post office. M1 plus demand deposit with post office, SA. M2 no time deposit. M1 currency with public plus demand deposit in banks plus time deposit in banks. M3 no post office. M3 currency with public plus demand and time deposit of banks plus demand and time deposit of post office. M4. M3 most commonly used for measuring money supply, also called aggregate monetary resource or supply. Liquidity, M1 की liquidity 4 है, quantity 1 है. M2 की liquidity 3 है, quantity 2 है. M3 की liquidity 2 है, quantity 3 है. M4 की लिक्विडिटी 1 है, क्वांटिटी 4 है. नैरो बोरो हाई पावर्ड. RBI पब्लिक डेप्ट मैनेजर sells government secretary on behalf of government through e-cuber platform. T-bills or G-Secs. T-bills less than 1 year maturity. G-Secs 1 year maturity. Core banking solution क्या है? All the currency circulating in market is the liability of the RBI. RBI's asset: gold coin, gold bullions, minimum X score, bonds of foreign government securities, Indian government securities, rupee coin and 1 rupee note. Assets of issue September RBI. Assets of issue department: liability, gold coins and bullions, foreign securities, Indian government security, rupee coins and 1 rupee note equal to currency in circulation must be matched by assets. Therefore, summation of asset M0 equal to currency in circulation. Why gold assets? Originally, RBI Act in 1934 mandated that gold amount. It is to ensure discipline on RBI's money generating power in that era. Post independence, no change in that clause. Reserve money, high power money, monetary base, total liabilities of RBI M0 equal to measure of money supply. Rupee held by non-RBI organization, public bank, NBFC, government plus rupee other deposit in RBI, public and government bank plus vault cash of banks equal to M0. Reserve money, high powered money. How can RBI control money supply? First, CRR. Suppose 10% of deposit. Banks cannot loan it to anyone. If CRR 10%, then M3 equal to 10 MO. How? Money multiplier equal to M3 upon MO. Broad money M3. पर्सन एक्स पर्सन ने 100 रुपये दिए बैंक को, 10% CRR पे 90 रुपये यहाँ पे. ठीक, अगर X2 पर्सन ने 90 रुपये, अब वो 90 रुपये यहाँ है, 90 रुपये बैंक टू को गए. अब उसका जो 10% है तो फिर 81 रुपये इस पर्सन के पास. इस 81 X3 के पास गया तो 81 गया, फिर बैंक के पास गया तो अब 72.9 गया ये पर्सन के पास. फिर ऐसे करके stock of money MO and stock of high powered money, stock of total money M3 and stock of high powered money MO equal to 1000 upon 100 equal to 10. Example, money multiplier. 10 times money will be generated if you keep CRR at 10%. Technically called fractional reserve banking and credit creation. Inflation. RBI should decrease money supply, more CRR 20%. Less money will be created, M3 upon M0, 500 upon 100 equal to 5. NCRT. Every R CRR generates 1 by R near money. R अगर 10% है तो 1 by 10% equal to 1 by 0.1 equal to 10x 10 times. Currently CRR at 4% creates 25x money 25 times. Money multiplier is inversely proportional to CRR. Other factors affecting money supply. Currency deposit ratio CDR. Money held at by public upon public's deposit in bank. More deposit with bank, more loan creation. M3 will increase. Reserve deposit ratio RDR. Banks vault cash plus CRR upon public deposit in bank. If CRR less from 10% to 3%, more lending, M3 increases. Velocity of money. How many times a note in changing hands? Measured in GDP. Currency in circulation. Money in hands of poor people. High velocity. Money in hands of rich people. Low velocity. Boom in economy. More raw material purchase. High velocity. Developed countries, high velocity. More if more people borrow money for purchase, high velocity. RBI controls RBI controls more supply to control inflation and best economic growth. Monetary policy. Monetary policy is macroeconomic policy designed by central bank of a country to manage money supply and interest rate. It helps shaping variables such as inflation, consumption, saving, investment and capital formation. मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी वर्सेस फिजिकल पॉलिसी. फिजिकल पॉलिसी में आपका ट्रेडिशनल टैक्सेशन और सब्सिडी, पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर और पीपीपी और डिसइन्वेस्टमेंट आएगा फिजिकल पॉलिसी में. क्वांटिटिव क्वांटिटिव टूल्स और जनरल और इनडायरेक्ट. रिजर्व रेशियो, सीआरआर और एसएलआर. रेट्स, बैंक, एमएसएफ, एलएएफ, आर और आरआर. ओएमओ, ओपी ट्विस्ट, जी, सैप, एमएसएस और एसडीएफ. affects entire economy but indirectly. Helping fighting inflation or deflation, protect depositor against bank run. CRR, deposit to RBI. RBI pays no interest, 4%. SCLR, 18%. Keeps some deposit in liquid form such as cash, gold, RBI approved security. Some profit possible for the banker. Example in gold price, more profit. G-Sex bonds, investment earned. Interest earned. Statutory, legal reserve requirement. CRR or SLR. CRR and SLR. Under which law? CRR under RBI Act 1934, SLR under Banking Regulation Act 1949. Legal minimum value not prescribed, यहाँ पे भी not prescribed. यहाँ legal max value not prescribed, यहाँ पे 40% हो सकता है SLR का. Consumer Price Index NSO monthly 2012 as base year to measure inflation, 2% to 6%. RBI's monetary policy target to control inflation. To fight inflation, we have to reduce consumption, make loans expensive, decrease money supply. Contractionary, tight, dear, hawkish monetary policy. Deflation, fall in price. यह Phillips का inflation और unemployment. More inflation, more job equal to more job. More deflation equal to lost job. Phillips curve, UPI, unemployment, Phillips curve, inflation, up to a limit only. Fight deflation and fight inflation. Fight deflation, increase consumption, make loans cheaper, increase money supply. Expansionary, easy, cheap, dovish monetary policy. CRR, SLR, decrease. OMO, RBI buys government security from market. Fight inflation, decrease consumption, make loan expensive, less money supply. Contractionary, tight, dear, hawkish monetary policy. CRR or SLR, more. RBI sells and security, government security. RBI CRR exemption on loan given to automobile, MSME or home loans. Bank 100 NDTL, 4% CRR, 4 crore as CRR. 40 crore loan given to these three sectors, automobile, MSME or home loans. Bank 100 minus 10, 90 crore NDTL. 90 into 4% CRR, 3.6 crore as CRR. All scheduled commercial bank must keep CRR or SLR. Public, private or foreign. However, RBI may prescribe separate norms for RRBs and cooperative banks, but all of them have to comply CRR or SLR. LF, Liquidity Adjustment Facility 2000. LEF, Repo Rate. Banks, NBFC, government borrow for short terms from RBI. LAF, Reverse Repo. Banks, NBFC, government deposits for short term in RBI. MSF, Marginal Standing Facility. Only bankers can borrow for short term. NBFC government can't. Repo rate. Clients borrow short-term funds from RBI using GSECs as government securities as collateral. Non-SLR quota securities that is beyond SLR requirement. That is repo rate is the interest rate charged on RBI on a short-term loan while taking GSECs as collateral. Repo. RBI repo. RBI to its client banks, NBFCs or government. Government securities and bill as collateral. Market repo. Banks, NBFC, LIC, EPFO, NABARD, etc. giving loans to each other. Collateral. GSECs, T-bills, private company bonds, etc. Traditional or short-term REPO or long-term repo operation LTRO. Tenure overnight to 14 days repo. LTRO 1 year to 3 year. Interest rate REPO at present 4%. LTRO same as repo but compounded annually. From where to borrow? Repo e-Kuber, LTRO e-Kuber. RBI launched it in repo many years ago, not important. And LTRO 2020 February came for short term, currently closed. Security a certificate document indicating that its holder is eligible to receive a certain amount of money at a particular time. TLTRO 1 to 3 year targeted long term repo operation. LTRO for NBFCs for mobilizing money through debt securities. 2020 RBI buys debt securities because ordinary investor became reluctant after IFLS crisis. So RBI मदद करेगा. SLTRO Special Long Term Operations Window for Micro Small Unorganized Industry Small Finance Bank on tap sector specific window. All type of bank can borrow money through LTRO and dispose it to sectors: vaccine maker, hospital, hotels. Whenever bankers want, he can approach RBI. Unlike LTRO now closed. MSF Marginal Standing Facility. Only banks can borrow for short term. Banks can pledge securities from their SLR, statutory liquid ratio, quota, and borrow money from RBI. Repo 2000, MSF 2011 rate. Repo X% decided by MPC committee. MSF X% plus 0.25%. Who can borrow? Repo all clients of RBI bank or non-bank. MSF only scheduled commercial banks or RRBs. What can be pledged? Repo में any government security, TR bills, T bills, but can't use SLR quota वाली securities. MSF में बैंक can pledge SLR quota GSECs. रेपो में 2000 में और MSF 2011 और RBI Act 1984 बैंक रेट. यहाँ X% है तो MSF में X% 0.25% ऐड होगा. MS और RBI एक्ट वाले बैंक रेट में एट द रेट MSF रेट सिंस 2012. ये शॉर्ट टर्म है दोनों, रेपो और MSF, और बैंक रेट लॉन्ग टर्म है. रेपो जो है ऑल क्लाइंट के लिए, MSF ओनली बैंक्स और बैंक रेट ओनली बैंक्स. रेपो जो है नॉन SLR कोटा गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटी एज कोटा है, और जो आपका MSF है वो आपका है SLR कोटा गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज़. बैंक रेट रिक्वायर्ड और नॉट रिक्वायर्ड बुक डिफर. ये दोनों शॉर्ट हो गया, ये लॉन्ग टर्म है. बैंक रेट is a standard rate at which RBI buys or rediscount first class securities, bill, G exchange or first class securities, government security, other commercial papers, NCRT. डेप्ट सिक्योरिटीज से बैंक से आरबीआई मनी एट बैंक रेट, बैंक से फिर इंटरेस्ट जो इन्वेस्ट जाएगा डेप्ट सिक्योरिटीज में. आरआर रिवर्स रेपो रेट 0.25%. आरबीआई बोरो शॉर्ट टर्म फंड्स फ्रॉम client using GSECs as collateral. that is clients deposit surplus funds. LEF, liquidity adjust facility, repo and reverse repo. Example, 2011 MSF X plus 0.25%, repo rate 2000 X%, reverse repo rate X minus 0.25%. रिवर्स में -0.25 हुआ और एमएसएफ में +2.5 हुआ. टोटल 0.5 50 बेसिस पॉइंट्स हुआ. पॉलिसी कॉरिडोर एक एज यू ठीक है क्या है एल एफ कॉम ऑल्सो नोन एज एल एफ कॉमडोर. Policy corridor in the north is the width among three rates. 1% equal to 100 basis point. Policy corridor is the width among three rates. Standing deposit facility. RBI will give interest, no collateral. 2018 RBI Act amended to add SPF facility. 2022 April RBI launches SDF. Banks can assess money at RBI without any collateral GSEX for short term. R or RR MSF needs or security proposed by Urjit Patel committee but committee in 2013. Benefit, RBI can suck extra money supply by SDF window. RBI will not have to pledge GSEX as collaterals. Primary market, securities issued for first time. Secondary market, resolved by interest to others. Repo, selling with promise to buy back. SBI से बैंक से प्रॉमिस आया यहाँ पे और ये थर्ड बैंक RBI से SBI. Open market operation, selling with no promise to buy back, buying with no promise to resell. GSAP, Government Secretary Acquisition Program. How to fight inflation using OMO. RBI must decrease money supply. RBI selling securities. How to fight deflation using OMO. RBI increase money supply. RBI buy sensitive liquidity injection. ठीक. GSAP, Government Security Acquisition Program. RBI to buy GSEX from secondary market on specified time. OMO, buy to increase money supply. RBI securities. OMO buy discretionary. GSAP time specified. Read more on GSAP. RBI sells to decrease money supply. OMO sell discretionary. Operation twist, special type of OMO. Bond yield, it is a profit investor earns on a bond investment. Bond yield inversely proportional to bond price. सस्ते में खरीदा तो मुनाफा ज़्यादा. Buyer of bond wants to sell bond, but no buyer, no demand. Bond value will decrease 100 की जगह 80. Yield increase. That is demand decrease, price decrease, bond yield increase. Demand increase, price increase, bond yield decrease. Operation twist, RBI starts buying long term 10 to 14 year maturity GSEX worth rupees 10,000 crore from secondary market. G secondary demand increase, price increase, government security yield decreases, investors arrogance decrease. Corporate can borrow money through bonds more easily because now people will go less towards GSEC. Objective of Operation Twist. Operation Twist can reduce the cost of borrowing for government and corporates. 1961 Operation Twist was first used by US Federal Reserves. 2019 RBI Central Bank simultaneously buy and sells G-Secs of varying maturities to adjust their yields. Special OMO equal to operation twist. It ensures better monetary policy transmission for economic growth. Net liquidity remain unchanged, simultaneously buying and selling. Operation twist not meant for fight inflation, primarily objectivity to make bond borrowing cheaper for corporates. Qualitative tools or selective or direct. Moral suasion, नैतिक दबाव और direct action. Marginal required or LTV, selective credit control. Credit rationing, consumers credit control, EMI, priority sector lending. यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो है affect the sector of economy directly. Liquidity refers to situation at net funds borrowed by banks and in one dealer under LAF. Fund borrowed minus fund deposited with RBI. Liquidity storage refers to situation where net fund borrowed from RBI is positive. Liquidity assess refers to situation where net funds borrowed from RBI is negative. Priority sector lending. 1968 RBI first used the word priority sector at least 40% loans agri small industry or exports by 1985. PSL as per latest reforms in 2020 12%. Weaker section small marginal distressed farmers women 1 lakh borrow SC ST minorities OBC को नहीं artisans cottage village industry NRLM NULM beneficiaries manual scavengers PMJDY overdraft up to 10 lakh SHGs 8% agriculture all types of farmers small marginal or big 10% agriculture marginal up to 1 hectare land small more than 1 or up to 2 hectare agriculture को total 18% 7.5% दिया जाएगा माइक्रो इंटरप्राइजेस को खादी विलेज इंडस्ट्रीज 2.5% to small and medium enterprises affordable housing education loans startups all types of startups eligible up to 50 crore loans social infra health rent energy etc PSL quotas are minimum and not maximum MSMEs micro small medium micro not more than 1 crore turnover not more than 5 crore small not more than 10 crore or turnover not more than 50 crore medium not more than 50 crore investment or not more than turnover to 50 crore in turnover developed by commerce ministry startup a company fulfilling three conditions simultaneously age not older than 10 years annual turnover not more than 100 crore function innovation in goods and services every MSME is not a startup every startup is not an MSME PSL reforms weightage system to districts to encourage loans to backward district PSL applies to whom banks और NBFCs तो बैंक्स को होगा NBFCs को नहीं होगा बैंक्स में भी किसे होगा कॉमर्शियल पब्लिक प्राइवेट फॉरेन 40% कोऑपरेशन को नहीं रूरल नो कोटा अर्बन 7.5% को है कोऑपरेटिव में डिफरेंशियल लोकल एरिया बैंक 40% RRB स्मॉल फाइनेंशियल बैंक 7.5% पेमेंट बैंक्स कांट गिव लोन्स so PSL does not apply internal quotas may be different on different types of banks PSL on lending to microfinance company bank lends to microfinance company lends to PSL borrower counted in bank's PSL quota fulfillment PSL co-organization or co-lending of loans by SBI 5 lakh under PSL counted in bank PSL quota fulfillment by NBFC 2 lakh रुपए 7 lakh co-pending for farmers tractors loan. What if bank does not fulfill PSL quota? PSL quota shortfall. RBI will order banks to give it to NABARD, Exim, SIDBI, NHB, Mudra. They will return it after maybe 10 year or 4% interest. Or Rural Infra Development Fund. If given directly to farmers, 3 year or 7% interest. Penalty how if given directly to farmer, 3 year or 7% interest. PSL certificates started in 2016. SBI overachieved the PSL quota target 65%. तो 25% इसने इधर दिया. Axis underperformed the target 15%. Can transfer excess quota in form of certificates. 40% ये 40% ये. Certificate trade on RBI e-Kuber platform. RBI's monetary policy tools. क्वांटिटेटिव में अगर देखा जाए तो जनरल इनडायरेक्ट में आपका आएगा रिजर्व रेशियो, CRR, SLR. रेट्स में बैंक रेट्स, MSF, LAF, जिसमें LF में R और RR, OMO, MSS और SDF. ये आपका क्वांटिटेटिव में आ गया. क्वालिटेटिव में आएगा आपका सिलेक्टिव है, डायरेक्ट होता है, मॉरल सुएशन, डायरेक्ट एक्शन, मार्जिन रिक्वायरमेंट और LTV. सेलेक्टिव क्रेडिट कंट्रोल, क्रेडिट रैशनिंग, कंज्यूमर क्रेडिट कंट्रोल और PSL. इसके बाद 3 ways ऑफ मेकिंग मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी देखते हैं. एक्सचेंज रेट इंस्टेबिलिटी. Singapore and other export oriented economies not so concerned with inflation control. Multiple indicators: growth more, employment more, inflation control, stable exchange rate, etc. Keeping repo rate at the rate such level so that these targets are achieved. India used this method till 2016. Inflation targeting. Other indicators falls in line. India adopted from 2016. इसमें रघुराम राजन का ये है. इससे पहले जो था मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी अपडेट 45 to 45 डेज. यहाँ उसके बाद मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी अपडेट 60 to 60 डेज बाई मंथली हो गया. 2013 to 14 गवर्नर राजन forms Urjit Patel Committee to renew monetary policy making. 2016 RBI Act amended to set up MPC committee and statutory and inflation targeting. Inflation targeting keeping inflation within 2 to 6% CPI all India. The Monetary Policy Committee shall determine the policy repo rate required to achieve the inflation target. Decision of MPC shall be binding on bank. NPC membered. RBI side members. Government side members. 4-year tenure, no reappointment. Governor, Deputy Governor, one Executive Director of RBI. Tenure tied with official post in RBI. Quorum, 4 members including Governor. Decision, Governor will have the casting vote, also vote for first time. All these people are selected by 2 different committees. Both selection committees are headed by Cabinet Secretary IS Autonomy. Government can send message to committee only in writing. Central government in consultation with the bank determine the inflation target in terms of CPI once in every 5 year. RBI Act. Transparency and accountability within RBI Act. Minimum 4 meetings a year. Minute of meeting have to be published on 14th day. Every 6 months monetary policy report. If target fails 2 to 6% for 9 months, send report to government with reason and remedies. Continuation after a day. How does banker decides lending rates? Have to offer 3 to 6% deposit interest rate. Staff salary, telephone bills. Pay repo interest or MSF interest. Do not get interest on CRR. Adding these factors and deriving formula base rate BR 2010, banks will not give loans at interest below base rate except farm loans. BR plus spread profit equal to loan rate. But even after RBI decreasing repo rate, banks are not decreasing their base rate. So MCLR, Raghuram Rajan replaced base rate with MCLR. 2016 marginal cost of fund based lending rate. External benchmark 2019 by Arjit Patel. MCLR plus spread equal to loan rate. External benchmark plus spread profit plus risk premium depends on category of loan. Borrower credit score is equal to loan interest rate. Select any one benchmark. RBI repo 4%, 91-day T-bill yield 6.56%, 182-day T-bill yield 6.73%, or any other benchmarks by Financial Benchmark India website. After giving loans, benchmark and spread cannot be changed. Recalculation at least once every 3 to 3 months. Risky premium can be changed it lose job if lose job. Benefits of external benchmark system. If repo decreases, bank loan interest decreases. Better transparency, accountability of loan takers, especially home loans, MSME loans. Better transmission of monetary policy. Repo decreases, loan interest decreases because they can't change. Janak Raj committee suggested external benchmark. RBI mandated it to banks from 1/10/2019. This system applicable to personal loan, emergency, retail loans, home, vehicle, etc. Loans to micro, small or small enterprises, loan to medium enterprises from 2020. Older borrowers can switch this new system after paying fees to the bank. Limitation of monetary policy. Note non-transmission of monetary policy. Supply side issues. El Nino or poor monsoon hurting crop production, etc. Geopolitical international issues. Currency exchange rate fluctuation. Global crude oil and raw material prices. Lack of electricity, road infra. No ease of doing business. Government side issues. Lack of electricity, road infrastructure, no ease of doing business, and national pension schemes or national savings schemes. Fiscal deficit, populist loan waivers, government borrowing increases, money multiplier depends on banking or habits of people, bribes, black money, dual struggle between inflation, loan rate, and economic growth, loan rate decreases. Lazy banking during Corona, banks are reluctant to give loans to people fearing default because of aforementioned issues. Monetary policy unable to play an important role in price stability, economic growth, job creation, social justice. However, both RBI and government have been making attempts to address it through various reforms, fixing NPA problems, developing infrastructure, promoting EODB, financial inclusion, less cash economy. Priorities of NPC: first, control inflation in 2 to 6% range. Second, boost GDP growth rate. Fight deflation. Encourage consumption. Make loans cheaper. Increase money supply. Expansion, cheap, easy, dovish monetary policy. Find inflation. Reduce consumption. Make loans expensive. Decrease money supply. Contractory, tight, dear, hawkish monetary policy. RBI's monetary policy stance: calibrated tightening, increase repo, no change, to fight inflation. RBI's monetary policy stance neutral, increase, no change or decrease. RBI's monetary policy stance accommodative to fight deflation, no change or decrease. What we will do in next meeting after 2 months. Atmanirbhar reforms by RBI. March April May 2020. Loan EMI NPA relief moratorium. Increase B2 NPA. Special refinance facility to AIFI. More B1. Vessel norms etc. 1B2. Ways and means advance 1C. Voluntary retention route finally accessible route 3. FTI or FPI. MPC committee only one functions decide repo rate. After meeting is over, RBI governor separately on his own discretion announces other regulatory measures. Monetary policy launch LTRO, launch increase LTRO, decrease CRR, SLR or PSL. Reform regulatory reforms. Ban magnetic chip cards and use EVM cards, crypto related etc.